Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, we're going to get deep dive into the pig pin payouts, tokenomics, rewards, all that jazz, even a look into what's in the deployer wallet. So you guys probably want to know what the payouts can look like, where we're going in the future, how much are being generated. All that and more is going to be answered in this video, so you want to tune in. I'm going to try to keep it short and simple and kind of explain super easy, but let's dive in. So first, let's take a look at the pig pen. You guys know that this is the bread and butter of the animal farm ecosystem, right? Your goal is to stake pigs and get paid out in a stable coin. The only place in DeFi that I am aware that is playing out in a stable coin and not based on Ponzi-nomics. Remember, these payouts are based 100% on utility. Let's find out what that utility is. Well, we come over to the pig pen wiki, and all of the payouts are right here. The dividends are coming from 1/3 of the taxes paid on dog transactions. So the way our fiat system should work and not minting new currency, we should be using the taxes and actually operating as a business. But we don't. We just make money out of thin air. And unlike the way the animal farm works, which actually uses taxes to generate the yield. 75% of all non-native farms and pool deposit and withdrawal fees. So remember, every time someone gets in and out of a farm, there are fees, and those fees, 75% of them go towards us. I will not be breaking that down in this video because that's extremely difficult to figure out what that is, because that's based off of variables of each person. Same thing, percent of drip BUSD, farms and deposit fees, withdrawal fees. But what I will be looking at is this right here, because this is kind of fixed, right? 30% of the yield generated through our collateral rehypothecation. So if you guys are not familiar, rehypothecation means that our collateral is not sitting in the contracts on the animal farm. It is actually sitting on the biggest DEX in Binance, PancakeSwap. And it is generating yield because PancakeSwap is the largest DEX, and they use the yield, or the funds, I should say, to provide collateral for other people. When you want to swap a token, you got to go somewhere to swap it out if you don't want to use a centralized exchange. And that's what PancakeSwap does. And 30% of that we are generating or getting back. And I'm going to show you the numbers exactly on that, right? So for starters, let's factor in the 30% of rehypothecated funds. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, smash that like and subscribe, please, because this is a lot of work that I had to go through to get this information, right? So first, I had to come over to PancakeSwap and find our pools, right? So PancakeSwap lends out a lot of assets that's here. Each pool has a certain amount, and they pay an APR based on that amount that's in there. Well, to get that for us, I came to the exact same place, basically went to the farms here, and then you can see the details down here. And I said, let me see the pair info. So you click on pair info, that takes you over to PancakeSwap, and that will show you the exact LP pair and the liquidity. Then I went ahead and added it to my watch list, so I'd have an easier place to see it, right? So it's all these up here. I did that because each pool has a different APR. So it's almost impossible to track just by blindly going through. And remember, so take these numbers with a grain of salt because they change dramatically based on the liquidity, based on PancakeSwap, emission rates, all that stuff, right? So, but this will give you a good ballpark. So I just wanted to show you the amount of work that went into creating this here spreadsheet. So this is the actual PancakeSwap LPs and the percentages and the amount of liquidity in there. So that's for the same farms on PancakeSwap that we have. These are the actual liquidity that's in those farms and the percentages that they pay out. I needed this data so that I could plug our numbers into here and find out what we're getting. Now, before we dive into that, a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor is me. So if you're not aware, I have enabled the membership stuff on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to be doing all sorts of perks, giveaways, stuff like that, exclusive content, yada yada yada. You can see more details, I think, like somewhere on the YouTube channel or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure, but we do have some members in there, and I'll be doing exclusive airdrops on that. So just want to plug that for those of you that are not aware. And on top of that, providing value for those of you that are aware, remember we have our scavenger hunt. So today we will be going over word number 3. Word number 3 for the month of November. The word is pigpen. Very simple, pigpen, because we're talking about the pigpen today. So if you're not aware as well, every month I do a scavenger hunt word find, and you have to basically watch my content and capture all those words. Then there will be a video somewhere at the end of the last week, or maybe even twice in the month, where I will say, give me all the words up to that point, put them in order, drop your buddy address, and you can be able to win 10, 15, 20. I keep increasing the airdrop. So anyway, that was the word for today, pigpen. Just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel, as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. Number 3. All right, on to the next part, right? So you want to know how much the farm's APR are and how much we are able to generate from that. So I showed you here where those are, and here is where I captured the actual value. So this is the liquidity that we have and the APR available, and then what that amount would be per year, and then what that is per month. Where did I get the liquidity that we have? Glad you asked that question, because remember, this is all about coaching and education. So just right here, have the liquidity amount. It's already changed a little bit from what I had. So again, take these numbers with a grain of salt, because they can go up and down, but this will give you at least a ballpark of what we're looking at, right? So each one of these tells how much we had. So I had to come to each one of these and then plug that number into the corresponding LP pair, and then get the associated corresponding APR that PancakeSwap provided that I already showed you, and then multiply that out, and then that shows the yearly amount we can make and then the monthly amount. So with those numbers, we have provided roughly $20 million to PancakeSwap. The annual average APR would be 2.74, but that's not what we get off of this number, because some of the highest APRs are literally the ones with the lowest amount of liquidity, and the lowest APRs are the ones with the highest amount of liquidity. So I just wanted to see what the average would be. So that means a year with the amount we have right now is 405,000, and monthly is 33,000. And remember, we get about 30% of that. Where did that come from? Glad you asked. Let's go back and look at that in the wiki. So 30% of the yield generated through our collateral hypothecation lending model is what's paid out to dividends. So remember, I'm only showing you this right now. So that means with what we currently have, we're able to inject about $10,000 per month, which is about 3 cents per pig. And I know you're like, that's not a lot. That's not, significant, but we're already looking at just a bare minimum that we're getting. And this is not from any kind of Ponzi-nomics. This is just from the rehypothecation. Let's look at where else we can get yield from. And this is the big one right now. So the next place where we get yield from is down here. The BUSD rewards vault of the pigpen splits 3% per day of the total vault balance for that 24-hour period. So I'm glad you are asking, well, what is the rewards vault? Where can I find that? Good question. So I have it listed right here already, farm reward vault. But you want to know where in the world I got that from. Remember, it's all about education. So great. Come to the Telegram, and you will see the actual contracts that Forex shared with the group. And right there, we have the BNB rewards vault. So I just take that contract address, plug it in a good old BSC scan, and then I can come over here and see that we have $4.2 million in BNB value, USD equivalent basically. And this is available to be paid out. Now remember, Forex already mentioned that we're going to vote on this so that we can create a time frame to pay this out. This continues to grow as we add these additional transactions and stuff from the dog transactions and from the farms and pools going in and out. And I already showed you, if you look here, this balance on this one, 800,000, And when I recorded it, it was 775,000. So an additional $25,000 have come into this in the last 15, 20 minutes. And we can expect this to continue to grow, especially in the bear market, right? Because people are parking their capital here because they don't have anywhere else to put it. And they still want access to their funds. And these are large amounts of money. These are whales. They're smart. They're not going to be coming in and out getting taxed. So chances are these amounts will grow. And I bet you're asking, will grow to what? Good question. Well, if we look at PancakeSwap has 1 billion. That's one with a Billy B in these same 16 farms, right? We only have 20 million. Now, I don't know how much we can gather, but over time, I would imagine as people start to understand the ecosystem and understand, like Forex said, this is a great place to park your capital, that we can grow that. So what did I do? Well, I decided to say, what is a simple 10x? 10x would give us 200,000, which would give us 337,000 per month, an actual monthly injection. Remember, this is just from the rehypothecated funds. This is not from anything else. That would bump us up to 34 cents per pig. We're already sitting at 22 cents. So can we get to this? Yes. Will we get to it overnight? No. How long will it take? I don't know. But definitely by the time the bull run comes around, because even the assets that are already here will kind of appreciate in value by that time. And again, I just showed you $25,000 came into this one. And I'm not going to say it's going to continue happening. But the point is, you may not be impressed with this, but this farm is designed, again, for long-term holders. So this, for me, it's extremely bullish. And this has absolutely nothing to do with the price of a pig. So no matter what the pig price is, $115, $15, $1,500, you are getting paid those dividends in a stable coin. That is bullish to me. I don't know how else to explain this to people, but unfortunately people just want to swing trade their pigs. And as I mentioned in the other video, it's because maybe they want to have some dry powder on the side or whatever. But if you understand what Forex built, this is insane. And I'm only showing you what's capable from this little 30%. And it doesn't take into effect any of the deposit fees. That's what's really generating money on the vaults. I'm sorry, not the vaults, the farms and pools. When people are getting in and out of those farms and pools, they're being taxed 2% and 3%. Right now, I am using a farm as my savings account. No, I'm using a pool as my savings account. So right now, and I'm using it as just a monthly savings because this farm right here has about a 3%. Let me see the exact payout. 1 second. So I was going to say 3% per year, but it's way more per year. This farm is generating 3.37% per week. So I'm using it as a savings account just for my monthly amount that I have to pull out, right? So it's about $1,000 a month. I told you guys taking profits, but instead of sending it straight to my bank, I'm putting it in here. And yes, I'm being hit with 3% in, 3% out, but I'm able to earn 3.37% per week on the dogs token. And the dogs token is designed to appreciate in price. So I won't get the taxes back immediately, but by the time I get ready to sell dogs, I have generated that money back, even though I got hit upside the head on the in and out, right? So I personally, as a small little minnow guppy in the ecosystem, will be generating fees on the in and out. Can you imagine what other people are doing as well? Like there is 4.849 million BUSD in here, and people have BUSD because why? We're in a bear market and they want to buy assets. And as they sell other assets somewhere else and start building up their BUSD bag, they're going to put it here as well, right? So I do see in the long term a lot more value coming in. So right now the rewards vault's sitting at $4 million. We saw what a 2 million injection already did. So I would see another potential for 2 million to be injected again, maybe the beginning of next month, and then again in January. And by that time, we should have some more already built up in here from the deposit fees. So I see this growing. I don't know to what, I can't speculate on that. But as I already showed you guys by the numbers, we have a very easy fixed 33,000 per month that we're generating in yield just from rehypothecated funds without this growing up at all. And that's 10,000 per month. That is enough to keep a 3% pig payout. Again, that's not life-changing money, but that's a bare minimum. in a bear market. No pun intended. So I think this is amazing. I hope you guys found this informative as well. And please, like I said already, smash that like and subscribe button. This is the kind of content I enjoy doing, but it does take a little while to pull these numbers up and share this with you guys and try to put it in a digestible fashion. But I really love doing this. That's why you don't hear me shilling my link for referrals. All I want you to do is like and subscribe, because that is payment enough for me. The comments as well. So, smash that HPL special, help a brother out. And as always, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See you guys.